Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Gary Papa, meteorologist Cecily Tynan, and Jim Gardner.
If you are a parent, you will no doubt agree parenting can be a tough job. Raising children brings challenges to any family. But tonight, Lisa Thomas-Laurie introduces us to a man who has developed a program that he claims has the potential to make parenting just a little easier.
It is the eternal quest for families, Jim. How to resolve and even prevent arguments and bad behavior in children. Well, we discovered a program being used by hundreds of families in this area. But how does it bring peace back to their homes?
Oh, Bonnie.
2 years ago, Bonnie Von Duke and her mother, Kathy, almost put the gloves on for real. Bonnie's transition from homeschooling to a private school wasn't going well.
She was having a lot of anxiety with school.
I didn't really like myself because I didn't learn the way everybody else did.
The two found themselves constantly arguing, saying things they didn't mean.
I had said through gritted teeth, I really don't like you anymore.
Kathy saw an ad for the Total Transformation Program, which its website describes as an instruction manual for kids. She decided to try it. For $300, Total Transformation includes DVDs, CDs, and a step-by-step workbook aimed at changing a child's behavior.
They chronically demand that you understand.
Creator James Lehman teaches straight talk techniques he says have been successful in his 30 years as a child therapist. He believes children argue when they don't know how to solve their own problems and feel helpless.
They use power and aggression, disrespect, abuse, obnoxious behavior to solve problems and to get control.
And parents get drawn in.
Yelling and screaming, that's your way of saying, I can't handle this. All right? That's your way of saying no one's in control. For power.
Lehman lays out catchy tactics like stop the show, designed to short-circuit outbursts.
If we're in the car and she's yelling at me, I pull over and stop. I will not drive when you're yelling. It's not safe.
When an argument looms, disconnect.
You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. I was like, that's a great tool. I can just walk away and say, okay, well, I'm not going to talk to you right now.
To punish bad behavior, Lehman concentrates on short-term consequences.
I'm taking your phone. If you've talked to me, respectfully for the next 2 hours, I'll give it back.
It's hard to raise teenagers. It's hard to raise kids.
Child psychiatrist Dr. Guy Diamond of the University of Pennsylvania likes James Lehman's idea of making parenting advice accessible through DVDs and CDs. But Dr. Diamond feels some of his methods are outdated.
It tends to focus more on obedience than it does on communication and connection and promoting strengths in kids.
Dr. Diamond says there are no bad kids, just mad kids, and parents must find out what triggers the anger. Kathy and her husband Tim say Total Transformation worked for them.
It made me realize, okay, I can do it a different way, and I better do it a different way.
It shut off the fuel for conflict by making Kathy a stronger parent and setting limits for Bonnie. Bonnie sensed a change, even though she didn't know at the time that the Total Transformation process was being used. And the screaming matches have been replaced with real communication.
We can talk about pretty much anything now, and we listen to each other.
Bonnie says friends even come now to ask her mom and dad for advice. Well, we have gathered many more parenting tips from local experts and to find them, log on to our website at 6abc.com and follow the link on the front page. One thing that struck me was what the mother said in the story, Kathy. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. I thought that was just wonderful advice.
That's at home or in the newsroom.
That's right, among all of us.